This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment and educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, or like YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. See that I'm thinking, see I'm analyzing that data. But like I tell every day, the data they release us is false. The minute gives a false narrative of the market so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen, the banks, the big dog, J.P. Chase, Citibank, Goldman Sachs, are filing a lawsuit against the Federal Reserve in order to stop the Federal Reserve from requiring them to have more cash on hand. Okay? And I want y'all to understand what's going on here. The banks have no liquidity. The banks keep less than 2% of the cash on hand in the bank, and the Federal Reserve wants them to increase that amount because they are afraid of the banks failing. And the reason the banks fail is because they are severely over leveraged. So the banks having more cash on hand protects everybody. It protects the Federal Reserve, it protects the FDIC, it protects the depositors. But because the banks have lost so much money engaging in questionable activities, they don't have the cash on hand for the increased money requirements. They don't have the cash on hand, and they won't have the cash on hand. So what do? They go and hire Supreme Court Justice Scalia's son to draft the lawsuit against the Federal Reserve to stop them from being required to have the extra cash on hand. Listen, I've been telling you guys for a while. I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell any stock. I'm not telling you to use a bank or not use a bank. What I'm telling you is this: the banks are holding on by their fingernails. They've been propping up these bad actors, naked shorting AMC, GME, and other stocks for the last 3 years, and they are about to crumble. And now that the Federal Reserve wants them to have more cash on hand, which, like I said before, protects everybody. They have more cash on hand. It protects the retail and the depositors. It protects the FDIC. It protects the Federal Reserve. It even protects the banks. But because the banks have been over-leveraged for so long, they don't know where they're getting that cash from. You got auto loans that are not being paid, non-performing. And let's not even talk about the commercial real estate loans that people just walked away from the properties. The banks don't have the liquidity to meet the new requirements that the Federal Reserve wants to implement. And because they don't have the money to meet the new requirements, they prefer to file a lawsuit, which technically would stall the implementation of the new requirements. And that's really the bottom line. That's just my opinion. They're filing a lawsuit because they don't have the money, they don't have the liquidity, because they're severely over-leveraged, and they're hoping the lawsuit stalls the implementation of the new rules. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think the banks are crying about the new policies because they don't have the money to meet the requirements? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.